Mhm.
Okay, we are live. How are you? All right.
All right, I am fantastic. How are
All
you
right.
doing?
I'm doing good. I've been, like I said, I'm stewing about all the corruption and all the injustice that we're seeing. And, how people are treated in general. But, especially when they think there's wrongdoing or they're people of color, they beat the shit out of them. And it just it's painful to see.
Yeah, and the 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 crazy part is when you dig into all this stuff and you see how they're getting away with it and how they've built this system, this fraudulent system, to allow them to
Yeah.
operate. It's all a fictitious legal system,
Yeah.
and it's a legal system that takes care of themselves because they did the oath of offices to a foreign country. So, you're talking about a foreign country that has unlimited funds. Well, I wouldn't say unlimited funds. However, they have lots of funds that's funding all this stuff, and it's all been fraudulent from the beginning.
Yeah.
So, it's like the more and more you dig into it, the more and more you realize that it is an overlaying legal system over the natural law, the common law system, and it needs to be how you say um, vanquished, or should I say, it will be vanquished because that's part of our jobs down here. All of
Right.
us,
Right.
mankind, the people. So yeah, corruption is everywhere,
Yeah. I mean,
and you're seeing it. Yeah,
we see the US government sending billions of money over there. Yes. Yes. I love that to be over soon, Daddy.
right. Please, Daddy, please. Thank
Come
you very much.
on. Come on.
Actually, I'm not going to say please, but we know it's over.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Our country is sending billions of dollars to, we'll call them the enemy, right? They're living lives, well, they were living lives much um easier than, us in the US, right? And well, now it's time to pay the piper everywhere.
yeah, well, that's why people are throwing the words treasons around in a
Yeah.
lot of this stuff. Because you've been secretly bamboozling people and making them believe that your legal system was actually the law.
Yeah.
And because of everyone's ignorance and because of them not teaching people the actual laws, they were easily bamboozled. So, when it all said and done, you've been deceiving people and you will be held accountable. When they say, no injured party, no law, well, because of you deceiving people, you injured thousands of people. So that means that you're super guilty. And I posted a video about, it's treason and it's punishable by death. And more people are using these terms because that's exactly what they've been doing.
Right.
And they've been getting away with it, and they've been training their employees to get away with it, which is why you have people talking the way they do within that field. Y'all saw my video. You don't know who I know. Okay, well, you don't know who I know. You obviously don't know who I know because you're operating in lies and deception and you're trying to say all this stuff about me and flirting with the deputy at the same time. What the fuck was that about? There's so many bullshit lies in that video that I posted, and I was told to contact the news and contact the newspaper and tell them about all the stuff that I've been experiencing with the with the lawyers that were owners of the house, which now got a lien on it, by the way.
Oh.
So yeah, Everything that they've been doing to me to interfere with what we're doing and all the foul things that they said about me is documented. It's literally been documented. We did invoke the Brady Act, the Brady Law, or the Brady Rule, and they still haven't given me the footage of the body cam that when they came to arrest me, or should I say, when they came to kidnap me. So they want me to talk about all this stuff to the local media and all the newspapers and stuff like that, and it's like it's bad enough that they don't even want to talk about the trafficking that's happening in this area and how people in this area are involved in it all.
Yeah.
So what makes you think they would want to put my story out there
Yeah.
on how I've been bamboozled, on how I've been called the sheriffs on, and the sheriffs were told that I had evictions and all this other stuff, and then only the sheriffs to say, to find out that I didn't have evictions. That's why one of the sheriffs, he was smart. He said, I don't want nothing to do with this case, and took off. The other ones, they're not so lucky because now they're going to have to pay for their actions.
Yeah.
Whether
Well,
it's financially or prison or whatever the fuck it is, like you hurt us. Now Sophie's afraid every time somebody knocks on my door because of what they've done. And it's all based off lies. The stuff that they claim that I stole was either thrown out or taken by somebody else. Period. End of discussion. You was there. Not to mention she insinuated that I had a lab going on. Did you see a lab in my place? What the fuck is that about?
yeah.
So it's like, you
Yeah. I listened to that and I was so angry. And I mean, I was there. I mean, I've been going over there helping and, hanging out and doing whatever I'm doing. And there were so many points where she was wrong or lying. What would you say that on purpose?
straight up lying.
She admitted to
On purpose.
stalking you all. She
Right.
said you had a lab in there. She said you took furniture. Like we didn't even take any of the bedding, Black mold, you don't want all that stuff. There was so much left behind. And obviously she went in when you had a valid lease and changed the locks.
Right.
A
Right. So
valid lease.
they're not saying nothing they did.
No.
They're only saying
Yeah.
what I did or what they claim that I did.
Yeah.
They're not saying all this other shit.
Yep.
They're not saying that we had to evacuate because we was all sick in the house.
Yep.
They're not saying that there was there was a gentleman, a brother of ours, that was working with mold in one of his previous careers, and he's the one that discovered all of it.
Right.
They're not saying none of that because they don't know none of that shit. But we got so much evidence. It's it's like mind-boggling, and because they are, attorneys. Actually, we can't even find their bar licenses for the ones that did own the house.
Oh.
Yeah, so we're investigating everything. It's called a galactic sting operations for a reason.
Awesome. Awesome.
We're taking them all down. It's like y'all done messed up.
Yeah.
Y'all did a lot of violations. Y'all did a lot of corruptions, and everybody has to be held accountable. And the pain and suffering that we had to go through, we had to leave the house, we had to leave everything behind, and then they wanted to keep our belongings because it's even stated that way in the discovery. So it's like y'all done messed up.
They did want to keep your stuff, and they got quite a bit of your stuff was left behind, quite a bit of it.
Yeah.
Again, she insinuates that you were, I don't know, doing dealing drugs or something, had a lab. Not true. How you get your money is really irrelevant as long as it's not illegal. And
Well, that's why
yeah,
not to cut you off, but
yeah,
that's why they haven't and couldn't do anything because all of my money literally comes from my websites.
yeah, yeah,
Literally, literally from the websites and from donations and sales of assets.
yeah,
Literally,
yeah,
and I know how to use my money, invest it, and all that stuff. So whatever they, even if they was to say anything like that, which they did, They can't prove nothing.
Yeah.
And even he was saying, I wish I could do more, but I can't. Well,
Yeah.
you can't because you can't.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to lie about me again.
Yeah.
Because you just had no problem doing it. Then you lied about us not wanting to open the door. B's always here. One of us is always here. I'm always here. Like I literally just sit on the couch all day and do what I do. In fact, I watched the sheriff pull up next door, get out of his vehicle, go to the house next door, and then come back out and take off. So if he said that they didn't answer the door, I need the body cam. Where's the body cam footage for that? Where? I like to see that shit. I want to see everything because that's what the Brady rule is about. We want to see it all. We want to see everything. We want to know who came to the house that night. We want to see all the footage. I want to see everything. And so far, they're hiding it. Not to mention they're hiding the surety bonds to certain people. We've already put a complaint into the surety company. So we're doing things. We're doing things. I've already went to court and surrendered my birth certificate and didn't comply to none of their bullshit. So it's bad or worse. How do you want it? How do you want it? Not to mention, I just posted the video on Facebook. So I'm sure y'all stalking. I'm sure y'all saw that, and I'm sure you sweating bullets right now because now you got discrimination. You got all of these other things that we're going to come after you with.
Right.
Because I ain't do nothing wrong.
Defamation of character. Again, illegal entry to your home.
Did you see their cars? Did you see their cars? Yeah, they saw my cars. Everybody in the fucking block neighborhood sees my cars. They're beautiful, ain't they? That's why I won trophies.
Yeah.
And I worked hard for those cars. Not to mention dad wanted me to have those cars. Everything that lady was saying was just straight up bullshit.
Yeah.
And you know it. Everybody else know it. People were upset by watching that shit.
Yes.
You know, so it's just wrong what they're doing, and we're expecting everybody else to do the right thing. We've notified the FBI, we've notified the U.S. Marshals, we've notified everybody. What they're doing with their fake legal system is literally illegal. So we're notifying everybody. We're putting in complaints. We're doing everything that we need to do, and it also put it also put me in high gear to change my status, get out of their total, their system. Period. So we're doing things to protect ourselves and the family against these fucking, these tyrants, if you would,
Right.
these enemies of the people. So,
Right.
so at the end of the day, daddy's watching, and they would normally just, take people out. That's what they would normally do in cases like this, stuff like this, the way that I'm going at it. So,
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I heard that they were attempting that.
Daddy said there were, and when they contacted certain groups, the groups told them that they're better off retiring.
Yeah.
Which is true. I mean, think about it. How many years I've been saying and doing all the different things that I've been saying and doing, and everybody stays away from me except for people who don't know, because you're not in the know. You're not in the intel community. You're not in the galactic sting operation unless it's against you.
Yep. Yep.
So so yeah, Daddy told us those type of things. They attempted all that stuff, and they actually had a Zoom meeting where they were all, you know, all around the world trying to figure out what to do. And it's like, It's time to quit. It's time to run because not only are we here, but there is a lot of good people here watching all this stuff. And the funny part is the ones that you think are on your side are actually waiting for you to slip up as well so that they can apprehend you too. Because people were given chances and choices to do the right thing within their system. And those that chose to do the right thing at the last minute are going to flip the switch and take them all out, take them all under arrest, etc., because they chose to do the right thing.
Yeah.
However, they couldn't do it in the open because it was infested like fucking cockroaches. So I'm expecting that too. I'm expecting all of this stuff to go down. I mean, these people do not care about the people anywhere whatsoever. And you're seeing that worldwide. They're all a part of the same satanic clique, gang, group, cabal, whatever you want to call it. So that's where we're at with all that is total exposing all of the stuff that they've been doing. Yeah. And we're, like I said, we're still waiting for all of the evidence. Where's all the body cam? Where's the proof that I stole anything? If I sold something like the officer said within the 3 years, where's the person I sold it to? Doesn't exist because it didn't happen. Period.
Well, the furniture was left behind. You know, they mentioned that in the phone call. Now, that doesn't mean somebody couldn't have gone in and stolen it after you left. But I mean, who'd want it, to be honest? That'd be crazy talk because it wasn't worth having, you know?
Right. And you know, they claim that they've been searching for us. They say all these different things.
Yeah.
You talk about the vehicles in front of our house. So if you've been passing by all this time to view all the vehicles, then why haven't you really waited to actually hear from me before coming to kidnap me?
Yeah.
Because that's what you did. You kidnapped me. No ifs, ands. There's no if and buts about it. That's what they did. Where's the body cam at? What did you really want to do that day? You see what I mean? So this is like the only platforms that we have to do these type of things because we're censored everywhere. You see the video I just posted about us releasing the D Blue and having the, you know, all this fancy stuff got deleted. Why? That's so cool. Why are you constantly targeting us? Is it because we're full of shit or because we are legit? Which one is it? Because I think we're legit. Real legit. Actually, too legit to quit.
That's so funny. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. Well, here's
Anyway,
one thing I'm thinking, okay, even though you don't officially record through Zoom, you know darn well Zoom has a copy of every meeting and every conversation ever held on their platform.
right. So
That's all coming out.
Right, and when I invoked the Brady rule, that's what I requested. I requested the documents of injured party. There is none. I requested the proof of contract. If it's maritime law, there is none. I requested all the evidence of the birth certificate. Where's all that at? I requested all the documentation that even allowed y'all to bring me into this fictitious court.
Right.
And they use on the paperwork, they use John Herbert because that's my Facebook name. That's not my name. Not only that, we're dealing with criminals, like super criminals. The first time I went in there and told them that my name was trademarked. So she's like, what does that mean? You know what the fuck that means. That means my name is trademarked. You've been using my name this whole time. That's what that means. So the second time that I went, which was Monday, my name was nowhere to be found. So now you know Now you know we got you there too, because there's evidence that you know my name is trademarked. You didn't want to use it. It's copywritten. So the next thing would be to let's see, contact the FBI again. What do you call it? Uh, Identity theft. You use my identity to create your bonds, to create your, oh, MG, this is getting good. This is getting real good.
Ka-ching, ka-ching,
Stop them,
ka-ching.
stop them, stop them, stop
Yeah.
them, stop them. You know, when
Yeah.
Daddy said that we were getting paid through multiple angles, I believed him. He hasn't steered me wrong yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, this it's sad because they some of them really don't know what the fuck they're doing because it's their job. You know, the judge ordered me to do this, but you did it. You did it. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
Um, um, I was just doing my job, and they still got hung over there in wherever they were at. So, um, there's still a lot more things to do, you know. But I I know Daddy's got it covered because he tells me all the time. It's just been a damper in the things that I've been trying to do and all of the other things that I got going on. Where now I had to stop, drop everything just to learn the legitimate laws and realize that this overlaying legal system is nothing but fraud against the American people or the people in general because it's a worldwide thing. It's a
Right.
worldwide admiralty court type thing, and it came to an end. And I know this is a part of the mission down here, the mission of cleaning up and liberating the people, because who better to expose it all and put the energy behind it crumbling than me? So you know, it is what it is. Let's rock and roll.
It's rock and roll. It's just so upsetting to see these videos all the time. You know what I mean? A lynching in Washington, D.C. We've seen a couple in New York City recently. It's just,
Behind a police station at that.
yeah, that has to give a little bit of a clue, right? Horrible.
Well, now that we're learning what we know, yeah, it's been them the whole time.
I know.
Then when you got people like Ali Carter talking about how they are the ones involved in all of the trafficking, then you got the lawyers and judges or whoever the fuck they are actually taking people and trafficking. It's like holy shit. It's been them the whole time and nobody knew because of the deception and because of all of the different things that was happening, and they did it under the guise of it being the law.
Yeah.
And they've done it. They've done it since birth, literally, because of your birth certificate is what they think gives them the right to do it. They literally think of us as a piece of fucking property, like Michael said. And now we're seeing the bigger picture and how they've been doing it this whole fucking time. And we're also seeing how it's been voluntary. We've been volunteering to go along with their system because we didn't know no better. Nobody taught us anything, right? So now we have to follow these bullshit rules that we volunteered for, not realizing that it is voluntary, just like the fucking paying income taxes, voluntary. So you mean to tell me we've been volunteering to go to jail? Yes, you have been because you didn't know and they didn't tell you because they wanted to cash in on your birth certificate. Are you serious? Oh no, somebody has to pay. So how do we get compensation for all this? That's what we're finding out right now. That's what we're
That's,
doing right now.
that's awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
I saw so many different forms to to stop them in their track is so much fun.
Yeah,
So
there's
much
so
fun.
so much detail that you could throw back at them. Well, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, bang, 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 bang. Like, yeah, the woman was clearly lying. She was flirting, which was pathetic. And then she says, "Oh, I would never lie," several times in the phone call. Then she says, "Well, I lied to my mother about something." And I'm like, "Oh, you're so honest, but yet you lied to your family member, you know?"
He did take it, sir. I saw it in the house,
Yeah.
and then it wasn't there.
Oh, how were you in the house when it was leased to someone else?
Oh, because Larry gave me permission.
Yeah.
Wait, what? I didn't give nobody permission to go in the house.
Yeah.
And that's the ignorance in all of this and all of them.
Yeah.
I was out of town, by the way. The girls and everybody else was in the fucking the villa and all that, and then the other house that we in this house that we end up getting, because we were forcefully removed from the house. We kept on getting the police called on us, and they kept on telling the police that we were evicted with no fucking evidence. That's something. Wait, there's something wrong here, and now we got all of this evidence. All of this is true. Everything that we've seen, everything that we've reported on, our affidavits of truth is all true. We were sick nonstop for we didn't know until we pulled everything away from the walls. We have the photo evidence from it. There's no way it was just fucking dust. And then bad mouthing us like we're fucking criminals and shit like that.
Yep.
No, somebody's got to pay. Somebody's got to pay.
Gonna be
Somebody's
fun.
somebody's got to pay.
Here's what I'm gonna
No,
say. You get a car, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car on them.
courtesy of the state of Florida.
That's funny. Oh
Even
God.
even in the courtroom, we had to file, we had to fax everybody,
Yeah.
the FBI, the old landlords, the judge, the district attorney, the marshals. We had to fax everybody. One of the things that the district the attorney was saying, Your Honor, they're faxing my 80-year-old victims. Victims. Wait, are they injured? Can I see the medical report that they're injured? Because I'd like to see that shit too. Uh, 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 Crickets. He even went like this. Because there's no injured party. That means there's no case. And I clearly told them multiple times, I do not consent.
Yep.
Multiple times, I do not consent. I do not comprehend shit you're saying. I do not comprehend. I do not consent. So anything past this is just more and more dollars that we'll be receiving. I mean, just the fact that Sophie is, gets scared every time somebody knocks on the door now is.
Yeah.
Daddy didn't like that. That's why he said vengeance was his. And now we're
Yeah.
seeing that. We're seeing that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And we need to do this worldwide. It needs to be come out worldwide. And we're seeing video evidence of it. Some great, very courageous people standing up to the
That's right.
judges, to the court system and all that. It needs to be
Yeah,
done.
that's why they even ask you if you're a lawyer or if you're an attorney, and the answer is no, you're not. You just know your rights. You don't want to be an attorney. You don't want to be a lawyer.
Right.
You don't need to be. Just know your fucking rights. And again, some of us, like myself, had to fucking dive into this shit just to see what's been going on and what they're doing. And like Daddy says, they done messed with the H bomb. So it's like, why don't y'all just do the right thing?
Yeah.
Why don't y'all just do the right thing? So we'll see. We'll see how this ends for them. I mean, no matter what, I'm already prepared mentally for whatever they do. Then they have to deal with Daddy, and People don't believe that. They don't believe that is real because that's what their secret society is all about. The bar association, the Masons, and all that shit. That's all who they are. They're little private owned families who think they run the world. We'll see how much running you're going to be doing. Compensation is due. That's
Yep.
literally what I said.
Yep. Compensation is due. Yeah, I'm so grateful to have the audio and of course the court date, even though, some of it couldn't hear well. It gave us an example of what to do, right?
Well, everybody should be doing it
Yeah.
because if you go in there and you tell them that you surrender your birth certificate of the fictitious person on this birth certificate, they don't have nothing else, and everything after that is illegal, meaning against the law, because you literally let them know that you're not the fictitious person on that birth certificate. I'm going to leave this here. Well, it's just going to stay there. I don't care. He's watching. Here you go. You want this? So we're gonna be exposing more and more of all this shit, and even the paperwork, itself. There's documents and forms in there that everybody should have, everybody should see, and when everybody gets the bigger picture of all this stuff, you're going to see how real the deception has been, and because of them, not, like I said before, not teaching everybody this stuff. That's the only way they were able to get away with it.
Right.
So everything is collapsing inward on themselves, like literally everything, everywhere. The United States corporation, the "In God We Trust" is dead, literally dead in the sea. You wanted to do amateur law? Well, take your ass back out there. And when you get out there, guess what? I got a ship waiting for you. Stupid motherfuckers. uh,
So these people don't believe in daddy, or they might say they do, but they don't really. So they don't really believe that what you're saying is true, and they're going to be finding out very soon.
they've already found out. We even had a I even had a process server deliver all of the paperwork in the complaint, affidavit of truth, and all the documentation with my copywritten and my $9 billion bond. So we had a process server literally deliver it to the judge's chamber. So there's no excuse, like she tried to say in the courtroom.
Oh, yeah, she didn't read your email. She didn't, all excuse, right?
You telling me all those people that got the email didn't tell you about it?
Oh,
They
then why do
lie,
the
they
Zoom
lie,
call? I wonder.
they lie, they lie, they lie,
Yeah,
they lie, they lie.
yeah, yeah.
I don't think they realize how much trouble they're in, to be honest.
So they during this Zoom call on, I think it was Friday evening, their proposal to a certain group was rejected because that group had witnessed evaporations. Is that true?
That is true.
Okay. And not just a couple evaporations, a lot of
Right.
them.
A
Yeah.
lot of them.
And so they knew that that is real and it's true, and I'm not going near that.
Exactly. That is true. That is very true. And the evidence of that will be shown to the people
Yes.
because there is good people out there recording and monitoring all this stuff.
Yep.
So all of it is being exposed.
Right.
All
And
of it.
so if they're watching this, what they should ask, how do we know about their Zoom call? How do we know?
Well, like I said, they don't believe in daddy.
I know.
They don't believe in daddy.
Yeah.
And the people that they, the people that they commission to do, some of the things that they normally do, you're talking about literal assassination societies. Said no, we're not going near that.
And that's their jobs. I honestly, it's blowing my mind that there are people out there that's what they do. Like, I know they do it for money, probably, but
Well, we saw it in the movies. I mean, look at John Wick.
yeah, yeah,
That's real shit. And there's other movies. There's other movies where they depict Vatican assassins,
yep,
and the Vatican assassins go out and do shit.
yep,
They said, we're not going near that dude.
yeah.
We're not going near him and his sidekick.
So that should tell those that are local that this is real. Yeah.
Hey, I don't care what it tells them. I don't care what they believe. I don't care. Like you you you've been doing this for so long to so many people. And how many people have gotten sick from being in some of these houses in this whole area, not just that house, right? In fact, I got word of mouth testimonies of people that were living in that house before me that told me the house was underwater multiple times. So that's why you got black mold in the fucking, inside of the shit. Then, we since we had the gentleman that was a black mold, I wouldn't say expert, but that's what his job was. He was one of the persons that cleaned it up.
Yeah.
He had us get masked. He had us do all this stuff, and then he had us ask the lady who blocked Jasmine in the car in the driveway if she was a mold expert to litigate or whatever the fuck the mold problem. She told him yes, which wasn't true. So they're based on deception, all of them.
Right. Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah. She tried to get in the house under false pretenses.
Right.
What?
And until I said it was okay for you to go in the house, you can't come in the house. I don't give a shit who you are, because I was in control of that house, and I looked up the laws and everything. You can't just come in. Don't matter if you're the owner or not. You just can't come in.
Right.
So while they're constantly trying to get the keys and get us out the house, I'm trying to get the family to safety. Sophie was still sick. We got videos and everything.
Yep.
We're trying to get everybody out of the house to safety. I'm sick dealing with the shit. I had to run down to Miami because of my brother was in the hospital, and they're texting me and calling the cops on us while I'm trying to check on my brother in the hospital.
Yep.
Meanwhile, the sheriff's calling me, telling me they can't do nothing and that the sheriffs need me to give up the keys so that they can change the locks. But in that recording, you don't hear none of that stuff.
Right.
Oh, I'm sure you came out when I called the cops on them the first time when I had to deal with these people. Yeah. Oh man. Oh man, I'm so looking forward to this nice little settlement. Thank you, Daddy.
It's not going
to go ahead.
It's not going to be little. I'm hearing that it's going to be bigger, bigger, bigger. Like the more they delay and fool around and jerk your chain, the bigger it's going to be.
Yeah, because they don't know who we know. And the funny part is, a year ago when all this shit was happening, and even before, Daddy said she's going to turn on them. And just by listening to that fucking video, that video, she's gonna turn on them. She said it. Don't put my name in nothing. I'm gonna turn on you real quick.
Isn't
Thank
she
you.
also going to land in the slammer though?
Whatever daddy wants for her,
Yep.
that's what she earned.
Yep.
And the sad part is daddy says that Larry and Georgia did them wrong, did her wrong many times, and yet she still continues to work for them and all that stuff. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's wild stuff. Wild stuff. So anyway, at the end of the day, um, I don't really care too much about the money. I just want this type of shit to be shut down for everybody, not just myself. I'm always going to have money. I'm always going to have fancy cars in the driveway because that's what daddy allows. And I don't do anything that's illegal, and you're a witness to that.
I am.
So everything that they painted was just straight up defamation of character to the highest degree, if you would. You trying to say things. I know what a lab looks like, really, because I don't even fucking know. And I was a drug dealer for a long time. So you're trying to say these type of things to have more different authorities look at me bad, like I'm a drug dealer when nobody can prove it in this area. Nobody, because I haven't did anything for a long time, right? Um, it's just all around fucked up what they did.
Yeah.
All around fucked up. Then you're trying to press all these fucking charges on me and have me pay all this stuff and then have me on probation and jail time for something I didn't fucking do. No, hell no. I mean, why would somebody innocent fight the way that we're fighting? And the last time I checked, you got to prove that I'm guilty, and you can't. You can't prove I stole anything other than hearsay. You can't. You can't prove there's a ninja party because there isn't, and you can't prove there's a contract that I was aware of because there isn't that either. So you really have no case. All you have is ass whoopings coming from daddy. That's all you have.
Well, I'm looking forward to having this completed and ripple around to the entire earth. That
Done, 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 done.
yeah, done, done, done. The justice system, is for the people, right? Right now, it's to harm the people.
Because it's not justice; it's legal.
Right.
See, that's why there's so many people talking about. You got law, and then you got legal. You got justice, and then you got fiction.
Yeah.
So with the help of all of the good guys around the world, we're getting this stuff done, and they will be held accountable.
Think of how many people in the history of, I don't know, the earth that have been harmed in this fashion, illegally put in jail, fined, penalized, slammed on the ground and had their head beaten open. Like, it's just horrific. Horrific.
The good thing about it too is that since it is a corporation, they're running out of funds and running out of money. The U.S. Federal Reserve notes that's also the only way that they can earn income is with Federal Reserve dollars. Last time I checked, and they're bankrupt. So what are they going to do? All of this needs to be exposed. All of it. All of it. All of it. All of it. Not just my case, but all the other cases. They're literally snatching people up, and the people are guilty until proven innocent, which is a violation of due process, which is what happened.
Right.
Right? You said you came over here multiple times. Where's the body cam? You came, knocked on my door. I'd like to see the evidence of that. I don't want to hear your fucking lies anymore. Show me the evidence. Show us all the evidence, because once I get it, it's out there. I don't give a fuck. Show me the evidence.
Yeah.
Show me who was everybody that came to my door that day to arrest me. And the funny part is, while I'm in there, the computers and shit went down, and they couldn't find my name, and I says, yeah, it should have said do not detain, and then I just kept quiet about it. It should have said do not detain, right? Then I'm sitting there, the computer's all messed up and all that, and again, she says, I'm sorry about this. We don't know what's going on. And I says, it's okay. We're all getting paid.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Hey, I don't lie, man. I mean, I say little fibs and shit like that and joke around, but I told her the truth.
Yeah.
It should have said do not detain. That's probably why you didn't find my fucking name. Not only that, I am getting paid. Period. Period. And with the money, I'm going to help change everything else that I need to help change.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, there's so much in the world that needs help.
I came here to do everything that I needed to do. I started the Help Someone Today campaign, and all they worried about is trying to smear me and trying to do all the stupid shit.
Yeah.
We already know that we've been approached by people saying I'm not welcome in the community. We've already have all of these different things built up against us. And in one shot, boom, we're going to take them all out. Because that's what Daddy wants. And Daddy gets what Daddy wants. And, he was showing us that it goes all the way to the governors. It goes all the way. So, let's see what Daddy wants done. And we're going to do it.
Exciting.
So I don't know if he's going to still have me contact the newspapers and the news and all that stuff. We'll attempt it, just so that we did, if he wants me to, because this is enough right here.
Yeah.
Millions of people watch these videos. I don't care what the fucking ratings say. People all around the world watch these videos. The evidence is right here on the record. Period. Everything I post is on the record, for public record, for the public to right. Gobble up and do what you do with it. So that's where we're at with that. On other news, we were told that it was supposed to the redemption was supposed to go Tuesday between 12 and 2 a.m. So that led into Wednesday. And then Wednesday, there was a couple players that were, acting like they were good guys, and they held up the process. So we evaporated them, not playing. And we are at a point where we will see the actual real redemption, real RV. So hang tight. That is definitely happening. We know there's a lot of hearsay. We know there's a lot of BS. I'm only reporting what we do. What we do, what Daddy has us do. What they do is what they do, and after they make their choices, then I do what I do. That's what I report on. If it was up to me, it'd be done already. Right. However, people have choices to make. So it's not like I'm giving people hopium. I'm telling y'all what's happening. I'm telling y'all that they should have had it done already. I'm also telling y'all that thank Daddy it wasn't done already, because we see all the other evil shit that's happening right now. So all of this stuff needs to get cleaned up, from the foreign militaries to the IDF trained people here. The foreign government structure, the legal structure. I mean, what's it? Title 8, 2022, 28 literally says that after all these years of you learning the legal system, at the end of it, you give up your citizenship and become a foreign entity. Wow. No wonder why there's a lot of people that didn't move forward with that. I know a lot of people that did all the whole lawyer system.
Right.
And when they got to that point, oh, no way.
Yep.
Now it makes sense because they didn't want to be a part of the crown. Wow. This is fun. So much fun.
Back
All right.
to revaluation, a couple Intel providers were talking about how the Zim were not going to be included in that. And I had texted you about that, and you had a one-word response for me. You want to say it?
Go ahead.
Nonsense.
Nonsense.
Nonsense. Okay. So don't listen to them.
Nope.
Right.
Don't. Dad has been telling us for years that it was going to happen. Not only the people around the world and the people within the communities, within the exchange communities, and talking about this stuff. Dad's been telling us, and he has also told us that it will be 1 for 1. 1 for 1. Imagine that. Imagine what you can do with 100 trillion U.S. Treasury notes.
A lot of cheddar.
A lot of good.
Yes.
You will be able to do. You will be able to secure yourself, your house, your family, and then some, and then move into the humanitarian projects. Like I said, you because of us being a part of all this stuff, obviously Dad wanted us to be here. And Dad is the one that keeps telling us that all these things is going to happen. So I myself don't have a time and date, which is why I stopped talking about it, because I realized in the beginning of me talking about this type of stuff, I got slapped in the face because of the stuff that I said, because I thought, right? And then Dad is like, it's going to happen on my time. That's it. We got to focus on cleaning up. Say no more. That's why I stopped talking about these things, those type of things. I talk about everything else except for dates now. Because truthfully, I don't really care. I know that we live forever. I know the chambers are real. I know my abilities are real. I know Dad is real. What more do we need? We all know Dad is very real. We all know that we can do multiple things and everything with him, with Source. We know that everything is on his time because we're witnessing that too. And look at all the fantastic stuff that's happening as we wait for the financial blessings, because we have more than financial blessings. We got that. Some people can't seem to get past that part. Some people don't understand that that's literally all we need is that. We all want money. We all want to be able to do whatever we want. We all want to be able to have unlimited resource to do whatever we want. But at the same time, who creates the resources for us? Dad does. So I would rather have Dad than money, because I know that everything that I do have, including my fancy cars and my bling bling, is because he gave it to me. He allowed me to have it. He actually designed the shit. So I would rather have Dad than anything else. And with that, I have a peace of mind. While everybody around me is complaining about every fucking thing, I have a peace of mind because I know dad is in control of everything. And people need to grow the fuck up. Period. So that's where I'm at with it. I'm not going to sit here and complain about things I don't have control of. I'm going to sit here and wait for daddy's instructions to do what I have to do when I have to do it. And I'm not seeking nobody else's permission, only daddy's. Boom,
Boom.
boom, boom.
So I know so many people are anxiously awaiting the funds for multiple reasons. They're in dire straits. They need this. They need that. And everyone gets it. But as we go through this process, we see more and more and more how some of the corruption hadn't been exposed a while ago, and now it is. And then we go a little forward, and now this is being exposed, and that's being exposed. So looking back, you can see how perfect the timing of everything is.
Not only that, the old structure was designed to swallow up your fucking money.
Yeah.
Literally, the old structure was literally designed to swallow up your fucking money. If you only had $1 million and only got 3 million from it, you would have bought a house, and then a year or two later, because of you paying taxes and all this bullshit on the fucking house,
Yep.
your shit would have been gone. Now you're learning about all of these different titles, all of these different structures where you protect your house, you protect this, you protect that, and it's now widely known, and it's going to be widely known that all of the stuff that they've been doing has been against the people. Now you know how to protect yourselves because of all the stuff that we're exposing, all the stuff that everybody else is exposing, and all of the different things that you can do to protect yourself so that you don't have to constantly pay on a house or piece of land that you bought outright. There's ways to do it now. I mean, there's always been ways to do it, but were you really thinking about that before? Were you really thinking about getting rid of your birth certificate and becoming an inhabitant of the land, a national or an indigenous, depending on what lineage or what race you are, right? So that's why I'm excited about getting all this stuff out the way, exposing the truth about everything, and then all of us coming back to the table saying, okay, this is what happened. This is the truth. This is what we need to fix, what we need to avoid, and then we come together as a people, as a one. No matter what color we are, to fix the situation. We know now that every piece of land that Daddy wants some certain groups to own will own because he wants it that way.
Yeah.
So, and within that, the people that are in charge of these areas will be directly connected to Daddy. So they're going to do the right thing, or they just get, and then somebody else that will listen to Daddy gets put in place to take care of the people, not totally like govern them and force them to do shit. It's just this is obviously not the right thing to do, so don't do that.
Yeah.
You have this nice piece of land. There's plenty of land on this planet for everyone. Don't let them lie to you. There's plenty of fucking land here. In fact, Texas, you can give everybody 10 acres and still be plenty. So, moving forward, we are going to be a gigantic community where no borders, no bullshit, no people trying to stop you at TSA. You won't have to worry about people trying to interfere because everybody's going to be vibrant and so high that they won't be thinking about doing evil shit. The evildoers are literally being eliminated. Their energy can't sustain where we're headed. I've been saying that forever. You got the Schumann residents still going berserk. That's because of the consciousness raising. And with the consciousness raising, the veils are being lifted. constantly. That's why you're seeing what you're seeing. That's why we're all going through what we're going through. Literally. People are still, people are still facing health issues. People are still facing financial issues. People are facing corruption issues. People are facing poison in our foods, and people are facing, just about everything meant to destroy us, but yet we're still here. So, with all that being said, there's got to be a God. There's got to be a daddy. There's got to be a source of life, a source of everything. Daddy literally is the source of everything. Moving forward, after you get your money and after you do your exchange, invest into something that is good, that will always continue to create money for you, if that's what you want to do. And it doesn't have to be super big, because a lot of the stuff that we'll be putting together, you won't have to pay for it. You won't have to pay for water because it's going to be everywhere. You won't have to pay for food in some cases because it's going to be everywhere. You won't have to pay for certain things like plane tickets or this and that, blah, 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 because it's going to be for free. It's going to be free. So many things that we're going to be doing, and it's going to be done because it's the right thing to do, and it's literally liberating. Literally. So many cool things that we have moving forward. It's here now, actually. Consciousness is rising. We're actually seeing it, feeling it. People that don't even know about us are talking about it all over TikTok, all over Instagram, all over YouTube. They just don't know the daddy factor in it all.
Right.
They don't know that this chubby Puerto Rican guy in Destin is behind it all. And even that's just a label, because I'm just me. So they don't know all this stuff, but they're going to find out, because that's one of the things that has to be known. And if you notice, the cabal are doing things literally mocking us. Literally. You just witnessed it. They did not put out a video on the hospital bed and doing this and doing that and balls of energy and this, and then they post this bullshit. Okay, well, go ahead and mock us. Let's see how far you get. And we know it's the cabal doing it, the corrupt ones doing it. We know there's good guys behind the scenes, and some of them hiding because of the situation in the battlefield that's happening behind the scenes. But the cabals, a lot of them are still running rampant, and they're being isolated and eliminated. Most of the stuff that you are seeing is just for show because of the main event. But at the end of the day, we're getting all this done. We're getting it all done. And rules of engagement, in case y'all didn't know, is expose and eliminate. So yeah, we're good.
Boom.
Boom, boom.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Well, all right. So was there a recent consciousness upgrade, like maybe Friday-ish?
I think it might have been.
Yeah. I don't think you announced it, but you did show the Schumann.
Yeah, well, that's remnants. How you say that?
Remnants, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Um, Question about the Epstein files or the Epstein cover-up. What the heck? You see how people are kind of getting distracted still, and it's kind of fizzling away. What do you foresee is going to happen there?
Well, the truth of the matter has already been taken care of.
Yeah.
A lot of them already been executed. And the calmness is because Daddy wanted us to reinforce a smooth transition. Remember that?
Yeah.
So that it's a smooth transition into where Dad wants us to go with this all. And no matter how it looks, Dad is in full control. So it may seem like they're doing this to stop this from coming out. Dad still sees it. Dad is still having us run around behind the scenes and pop, 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 pop goes the weasel. So we're we're not worried about
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
you know. But the cool part is the people are actually seeing that, which is also raising the eyebrows. Like,
Yeah.
what's going on here? Y'all obviously doing this shit, and everything that Dad tells us does come out. So they are being exposed. Um, the remaining ones are being rounded up, and they will be executed. And the public stuff is literally hours away from all of it.
Okay.
You know, there's supposed to be some major announcements coming. So let's see what they say.
All right. Okay. We had a question earlier, which is a great question. Is it a requirement that the truth be mixed into the dark manipulators' plans for them to work? And like, you know how they have disclosure in movies, and they hide their disclosure, right? They put it in obscure places where we don't think it's real or whatever. Is there a law or a is there a I guess a law, if
Yeah,
you
there
will?
was something to that a while back where they had to tell you the truth so that they wouldn't face a karmic type of
Yeah.
karmic karma type of thing. So they
Karmic
had to right.
retribution or whatever,
Right.
right?
So they had to put it out there that way they can say, well, we told you, but you didn't tell them where to go. Just like
Right.
what you're experiencing now with the legal system.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that has become null and void, though, along with a lot of other things have become null and void. And I'm gonna give you the reason why a lot of this stuff has become null and void because we came in without them knowing. And this means me, the crew, all of us that are here right now, we came in without them knowing. And the agreement was, or the contract was, or whatever you want to call it was, we're going in undercover. And when they engage in us and when they try to kill us, that breaks all of their contracts. That breaks all of their null and void type of stuff. That breaks their agreements. That breaks their treaties. Because the same way they used their deception and had us volunteer for their deception, we came in without them realizing that we were coming here just to destroy them, and all they had to do was act against us in various ways. So, because they did that, we're now in full force. This is why no matter what they say or do, it's over. And since I'm the cheat code in it all, I can literally do things and get away with it, no matter what it is. And I mean, no matter what it is. However, I'm also designed not to do certain things because it's not right to do. So I would rather sit here and use my mind to destroy them, which is what I've been doing. And that's it. And I'm doing it in the open where I'm telling y'all, this is what I'm going to do. I've told you for the last 10 fucking years what I'm going to do. And you dumb motherfuckers have been attacking everything that I said I was going to do because you dumb motherfuckers didn't realize that this is a galactic sting operation and you fucking lost. Does that make sense? Does that answer the question?
Yeah. So, so how did we, the crew, get in here on hello? How did we get in here unnoticed is the question. Hi,
Say hi,
Muffin.
Sophie. Hey, go play. I'll be back. I'll be out soon.
Yeah. How do we get here without them knowing? Like, you know how we've got the reincarnation soul trap over and over and over. People are recycled lifetime after lifetime. How do we get through?
I've explained it before, and there's videos where you guys can go back and look at it, which are a lot of videos.
Yeah.
But the way we got through is to just act as normal normal babies coming in with a low energy field that doesn't get activated until you experience certain things, and then boom, triggers it. It's like a time capsule or like a ticking time bomb, right? It's set to go off at age or this experience or that experience. And then when you experience what you experience, or when you turn a certain age, boom, everything comes online. So we were literally under the radar. They couldn't monitor the energy field because it wasn't there. However, it was dormant.
Dormant's a good word. Well, okay, you know how they do testing in schools, obviously. They test your blood throughout your life, and
Mhm.
they're testing your abilities. Of course, we're just kids. We don't know any better. Aptitude tests, right?
Right, right. Yeah, they've done all that stuff to me. They had me in rooms, the back of the school, taking apart Legos, putting them up to the computer. I was dissecting animals and taking shit apart. All it was just like two or three other kids in the room doing all this fancy stuff with us, and they were we just couldn't be compromised. But they knew something was up.
Yeah.
They knew that we were able to do certain things, and they just couldn't do what they wanted to do with us. So that's why we you know that's why we're here doing what we're doing now, because everything they threw at us not only violated us, but it went against Dad's will, and it also was in favor of the galactic sting operation that is now becoming widely known. That's why I can sit here all day long, talk all this shit all day long, and the things that I say happen because of my position and all this stuff. I don't need to be sitting in some fancy fucking um, um, expo with a bunch of people who just talk shit about me behind my back. I would rather help you with your expo and bring in all the people that know that I'm for real coming. So that's. Why ain't you a part of the UFO community? Because the UFO community don't know what I know. And they can't alter me and say these things and do this and do that because I call them out on it. That's why.
Yeah.
So, and I can do things that, that they're afraid of. Not only that, like I would literally, you know, um, I do a lot of stuff for free. And depending on if the person has a product or whatnot, I'll make the product go obsolete. So if it has to do with money or stuff like that, or a product, they won't want to communicate or do anything with me because they know I could just take a photo of the product, make a hologram, and give it away. That messes up their money flow. I don't want to do that, but I have done it because people needed it. So there's a lot of reasons why they won't
Yeah.
communicate with me, and one of the main things is because of my claims, as far as being this key figure. And I wouldn't say those claims if Dad didn't make me. So I get it. I totally get it. Like, it's cool. I get it. At the same time, I rather understand where you're coming from than have a burnt behind. So whatever Dad tells me to do, I'm going to do it. If he tells me that I don't need to be in at this event over here or go to that event over there, then why do I? Why do I need to? The last time I checked, we are the main event, Dad and I. And I told people that at the end of the day, when all of this shit is said and done, nobody's going to have control of all the ships the way that I will, and that's going to be public. So, why do I need to go to talk to somebody about my own stuff?
It's
Take
actually
me.
pretty funny when you think about it. So I know you're going to be talking at the expo. It'll be so interesting to hear what you're going to say because who knows what's going to happen prior to then, right?
Well, we shall see. But I'm excited about it. I'm gonna say whatever I'm gonna answer questions and
Oh,
do what I
cool.
do.
Cool.
I'm gonna do what I do and just enjoy myself and mingle with the audience and make sure people
Yeah.
get pay not pay but visit all the vendors and just help share the love and
Yeah.
support everybody and each other because at the end of the day it's not all about me, it's about all of us. It's about us changing the world together. So I'm excited about it all.
It's going to be fabulous.
Yeah, I'm this is what we're all here to do. At the end of the day, yeah, I got the title that I got. King Smarty. Somebody recently said they're emperor, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm the galactic overlord. So, at the end of the day, when they say take us to your leader, our guys are going to say, well, we'll see. We'll see if he wants to talk to you. He's in Destin, Florida.
Yep.
And Daddy keeps saying that. He wanted me to, to realize the position I'm in. And I'm like, I think I already do, but I guess he's got more stuff, more surprises for us that makes it more of a holy shit. This is super real,
Yeah.
which I already know it's super real. But then you're talking about controlling all this stuff and the release of the chambers and the release of the wealth and me being behind it all and giving orders to groups to do what they need to do for the people. Let's go. Let's go.
It, just think of how complex our situation is here, just on District 5 and Earth, okay? How complex society is and all the systems and blah, 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 blah. All the stuff you're working to expose, eliminate, organize, whatever it might be. All right, then you add in the rest of Earth, then add in the solar system, the galaxies, the universe. Then you go to the multiverses. It's like mind blowing. It's so complex. It's so big. I will be curious to know what he's talking about as well. Already that's a pretty big position, and the amount of responsibility and work and plans, and it's already mind blowing.
Yeah, definitely is. And he's prepared me for all of this stuff. I think it's more so when the transformations take place and the wealth is totally under my control and stuff like that. It's going to get a little overwhelming because
Yeah.
now I have another role to play, which is making sure everybody gets healed on a different level and making sure everybody's compensated on a different level.
Yep.
I know there's going to be a bunch of crying moments and stuff like that because of the people that we're going to heal, and it's. I've already seen a lot of it, but it's different between seeing it and then actually at the moment. Not to mention the part where we constantly going in and out of the stargates and portals and teleporting here and there. Like all of that is going to be like, oh shit, you mean I've been doing this the whole time and I've been worried about this shit. So he's giving me clues without saying too much, without showing too much. So I'm excited about all of it. Even the fact that he says every time we go to sleep, we transform into our bodies and stuff like that, and then we wake up in this shit. It's like, it's so wrong, Daddy. So
Yep.
wrong.
That is fabulous. It's so exciting. So,
Definitely is. Definitely is.
yeah. All right. Are we at a good spot for today?
Yeah, we're good for today.
All
We
right.
can do another one shortly, and then we'll talk about some of the other current events and how you seeing this nothing but a shit show,
Yeah.
like I've been saying for the last couple of years. But however, it's being wrapped up, and it's being wrapped up as quick as possible. So hang tight, keep the faith, and we are celebrating. We are definitely celebrating.
Right. Awesome. Thank you so much for letting us know what's happening, telling us, like all, it's so interesting. There's so much going on. It's got to be hard to do all that you're doing.
Yeah, well, I do it as peacefully as possible.
Right. Right. All
All
right.
right, well, we're good. Love all you guys,
Right.
and stay tuned for all the blessings coming everybody's way.
Awesome. Thank you so much for all you do.
Thank you, thank
Right.
you too, thank you too for all you do, and
Mhm.
everybody else, all of your commands and prayers and energy work, and just reproducing everything that I taught y'all to do for everybody else.
Yeah.
Thank you all.